On Worcester News tonight, significant storm damage in central Massachusetts communities. Now towns are left to clean up the mess. Plus, Game 2 of the World Series is just hours away, but Red Sox fans are still relishing in the win of Game 1. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Severe weather rolling through several communities around our area, including tornadoes on the Cape, Lincoln, Rhode Island, and the National Weather Service also confirming a tornado touchdown in Norton last night. For more on this, let's go to meteorologist Chris Gloninger.
Olivia, October tornadoes are quite uncommon. In fact, between the 1990s and 1980s, we hadn't recorded any in New England. So far, the count is 2, and it will likely go higher. The National Weather Service is still surveying the damage across southeastern parts of the Commonwealth and across Rhode Island. And then you go to the 1970s, we had 9 tornadoes, 6 of those happening on one day in 1970. So we actually had an October tornado outbreak across New England. At least the weather's a lot more quiet, but it's cold if you're heading to Fenway for the game. First pitch, 8:09. We'll show you the wind chill instead of the temperature. That's a better representation of what it will feel like for most of the game. By 9 o'clock, that chill drops to 37 degrees. We have persistent northwest winds between 15 and 20 miles per hour. By 10 o'clock, that wind chill drops even more, down to 36 and then 35 by 11 o'clock. 34 at midnight. After all, last night's game didn't wrap up until the wee hours of our Wednesday morning. It will be cold. It'll be interesting to see how this affects play. Obviously, the LA Dodgers are from a warm weather climate, and when you're standing outside for 3 to 4 hours with wind chills like these, your joints have a hard time working. Hopefully, it works in our favor. Go Sox. We'll have much more in your exclusive 10-day forecast coming up.
And parts of central Massachusetts were also hit hard by Tuesday's storm, including Hubbardston, where the National Weather Service says a microburst produced strong winds. Now residents are left cleaning up the mess. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now with more. Chandler?
Olivia, Hubbardston Police and Fire say the storm hit late yesterday afternoon, and there were clear signs it was more than the average storm. They've been left wondering exactly what it was. The National Weather Service now confirming it was a microburst. A distraught Carol Hubbard Kelly shows the aftermath at her Hubbardston home. She was there during the few minutes it took for a microburst to take down massive oaks, pines, and more.
And it took the pond up with it. It was white, like the water from the pond came up the hill. And then I heard bang and crack.
Just a short drive away, Gary Arvanagian sat in his car as hail fell from the sky. He says he saw lightning and then the winds came.
I saw the train trestles and the stop over here start. I mean, it was flapping like it was in a horror movie. They were going back and forth.
The National Weather Service says Tuesday afternoon's microburst saw straight-line winds around 60 miles per hour. Crews continued cleanup for a second day, clearing roads and fixing wires. The Hubbardston Fire Department says they were busy responding to electrical hazards, including one fire.
When the wire went down, it still stayed live for a significant time until National Grid came out, and it continued to burn the area of ground there.
Chief Robert Hayes says the storm traveled about 1.5 miles on the east side of town. He says telephone poles snapped and dozens of trees uprooted, blocking roads.
Earlier this morning, a tree came down in the area across the roadway, so there could be still a few trees that are nearby that come down that hinder the cleanup.
The Kellys spent their 26th anniversary picking up after the storm. They're relieved everyone is safe and the house saw no damage, but can't say the same for their 1967 Winnebago.
It was brand new when I was 9 years old, so it was my father's, and it's kind of family heirloom. Now it's toast.
Now, Mark Kelly says their road was without power until this afternoon, but he made sure to catch game 1 of the World Series on a battery-powered radio, but is happy the power's back for Game 2. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
All right, thank you, Chandler. And Game 2 of the World Series is tonight. The Red Sox are hoping to take a 2-0 lead after an 8-4 victory over the Dodgers at Fenway. And Central Massachusetts fans say they think the Red Sox can win it all. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us now with more. Rosalind?
Olivia, if you don't have a ticket to the game, you're either watching it at restaurants or bars, and one restaurant in Worcester says the games help bring in business.
This room is expected to be filled with fans again for Game 2 of the World Series. Parkway Restaurant and Bar says it was the place to be to watch the Boston Red Sox beat the Dodgers 8-4.
Let's hope people come back. I think everybody's going to be a little tired.
The restaurant's theme is Boston sports, and the owner says the crowds are a big boost for business during the week.
Tuesday night, it's definitely better than the average Tuesday when the World Series games going on. But it'd be nice if the game started a little earlier so we get some more sleep.
Die-hard fan Bob Flaherty says his favorite part of the game was when Mookie Betts stole second base in the first inning.
Lights out. The game was over then.
The Red Sox last won the World Series in 2013. Fans say they know the Red Sox can go all the way, and if they do, the team will win their 4th World Series in the last 15 years.
I hope they can do it. I believe they can do it. They will do it.
Best team in baseball right now.
Guaranteed to do it. Absolutely. No questions asked. I'm making that prediction. And I didn't even win the lottery.
Now, after tonight, the series shifts to LA games, and Friday night could mean big business for restaurants around here. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
And a young cancer patient at UMass Memorial Medical Center is Fenway bound. Ryan Doyle received 4 tickets to Game 2 of the World Series tonight while being discharged from the hospital. The Wilbraham teen plans to attend Springfield College in the spring. The tickets are from Walsh Brothers Construction of Boston. And a friendly World Series wager is on the table between Wachusett Brewery and Los Angeles-based Common Space Brewery, because what's not to love about a little competition on and off the field? Common Space reached out to Wachusett saying, let's make a bet. If the Red Sox beat the Dodgers, Common Space agreed to serve a Beat LA beer made with actual beets, and staff will be dressed in Sox gear. If the Dodgers win, Wachusett Brewery will serve an LA lager beer, which they'll serve in Dodgers gear. President Christian McMahon says they're confident in the Red Sox and all Boston sports teams. All of the team's successes has led to inspiration over the years.
We're very fortunate. We got into the Boston sports themed beers a long time ago, starting in 2004 with Green Monster IPA, and it's just been an incredible run. With the Patriots, we have Belichick Pills. With the Celtics, we have White Mamba. With Bruin, we have our Bruin Pale Ale. And I think we're fortunate to all be in this unprecedented run of Boston sports. And, it's good to be us right now.
And both breweries have agreed to also donate $500 to each charity of their choice. If the Sox win, Common Space will donate the money to the Jimmy Fund. About a dozen tenants make it safely out of a burning 3-decker late this morning. Firefighters were able to quickly put out the flames of this home on June Street in Worcester. Residents say it started on the first floor porch and quickly spread. They tried to put the fire out themselves, but firefighters arrived shortly after.
We tried putting it out before the fire department got here. And when they got here, it seemed to climb up the side of the building inside the wall. My girl was trying to put it out, and I was trying to bring everything I could out the back house. I don't want to lose everything again. We got the kids out, everybody out of the building. After that, like I said, I was trying to grab material possessions in case it went up.
And the cause of this morning's fire is under investigation. You may have noticed small painted canvases across central Massachusetts today. It's part of Pathways for Change Art Drop. The goal is to raise awareness about ending sexual violence. Anyone who finds the art is encouraged to keep it and speak up.
At the very most, we hope that people understand the message that we're trying to get out there to the communities is we believe survivors. Everybody should be believing survivors. And we know that if we believe survivors, we are helping them take that one step forward towards healing, and sometimes it's the first step.
More than 100 small canvases were placed across central Massachusetts. They are painted by staff, volunteers, survivors, and allies. An event at Quinsigamond Community College encourages students and staff to explore their diverse individual heritages and recognize experiences all share. The school is one of many across the country in the I Stand with Immigrants Day of Action. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with more. Brittany?
Olivia, dozens of students attended the event. It featured an interactive map, food from around the world, and conversations with immigrants. An interactive map shows the diversity on the Quinsigamond Community College campus. Students are from all over the world. Wednesday, the school joined 175 others in the nation for the I Stand with Immigrants Day of Action.
It's awareness for how diverse our student body is and how many students do come to Quincy, especially from around the world.
The event focused on celebrating backgrounds and having conversations with immigrants over food. QCC President Dr. Luis Pedraja immigrated from Cuba and shared his story with students Wednesday.
We were at a time where there was a lot of restrictive policies against Cuba, and there were very increasing limitations for us there. It was a struggle. We didn't want to leave our home country, but we came seeking opportunity and freedom. We found it here.
QCC student Benjamin Aya came to the United States from Ghana in 2007. He says it was always his dream to come to America, but it wasn't easy.
I like to watch the airplane fly in the sky, thinking when am I going to travel to or come to America. When I got here, it was a very different game. I have to do what I have to do to get my document.
A main message at today's event: immigrants make communities stronger, and the recent stigma surrounding immigrants is hurting the foundation of this country.
Nationally, there's been a lot of anti-immigration movements, but immigrants have been a strong part of this community. We need to start looking at the human face of people, our common humanity, instead of what divides us.
We are part of the citizen. We also contribute and pay taxes. So, regardless, people should be accepted for wherever they come from. We are one people, one country.
Pedraja says this is an important topic to discuss, and he hopes this becomes an annual event at the college. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.